When you turn on the news, what do you see? Between all the violence, war, terrorism, the AIDS pandemic, and global warming, we've got to say our world is pretty messed up. What's interesting is how we feel about that. None of us think that's a great thing. All of us long and ache for a better world. Well, isn't that interesting? Hunger seems to point to the fact that food exists, and thirst points to the fact that water exists. So our longing and aching for a better world seems to point to the fact that either a better world did exist or one day will exist. Well, in the Christian worldview, we believe it did. And back in the day, God designed it. So the planet took care of us, and we took care of the planet. And we took care of each other and enjoyed our relationship with God. And God took care of us, and we blessed him back. And the whole thing was designed for good. So how do we get here? Well, we decided that we wanted to run the show, and when we started chasing our own needs above caring for other people or the planet, we started damaging the planet. We started damaging our relationships with others, and ultimately we damaged our relationship with God. So the whole thing was damaged by evil. What's incredible is that God actually loves the world and us too much to leave us like that. So in our brokenness 2,000 years ago, he sent Jesus Christ, God's promised Redeemer, the ruler and rescuer. He lived our fallen life, yet without sinning, executed in our place, receiving our punishment. And he rose again, becoming the ultimate victor, free of all blame, the first one to be resurrected and defeat death. Reborn a new creation, he brings forgiveness to sinners, to the ones who damaged our world, our relationship with each other, and God. Restored to God, Jesus alone can fix everything. Well, what's our response? In this world that's still messed up, to be forgiven or healed, we must believe in him with all our hearts and make him our boss. We receive his gifts in his way because our way was what messed up the world in the first place. Through Jesus' cross and resurrection, he offers us forgiveness so we can join his movement without guilt or shame. Once we believe in him, we become part of his plan. As Christians, we go across the earth doing good, telling everybody about Jesus, and teaching them to obey his commands. We're empowered to witness. Some of us choose this circle because we're followers of Jesus, but we're not a part of his mission. And Jesus wants to make it clear that if we're not a part of this, then we're a part of this. And we've made faith about what we can get out of it and what it can do for us. And in so doing, we're the exact opposite of loving God and loving our neighbors. Now, how come I can't jump from here to here? We actually need Jesus' help so we can become a blessing and not a part of the problem. And that's crucial. So where are you? Are you here where the world is peachy? Or are you overwhelmed by the world's problems? Or here, got some sense of God working in your life but not involved in his mission? Where are you? If you choose this circle and you think the world is peachy, well, we've already talked about how the world is pretty messed up, and you'd be avoiding reality. The invitation for you is to see the world as it really is. But some of you choose this circle because you're overwhelmed by the evil in the world, and even the evil in your own heart. Jesus wants us to respond in two ways. First, he wants us to have a change in mind, a complete shift in perspective. To say we don't want to live like this no more, and we want to live, and we see it your way. We ask Jesus for forgiveness. We're sorry for living this way. And not only do we have a change in perspective, Jesus also wants us to trust him, to trust his way of seeing the world, to trust what he's doing in the world, to trust him, and ultimately to trust him so much to allow him to be the leader of our lives so that he can change us on the inside. And he can change our relationships, and he can bring restoration to the world through us. So how's that sound? Do you want Jesus to be the leader of your life?